I'm Michael Goldenberg. I'm Executive Director of Sales of the Halstead's Upper West Side office. I began my career in real estate in August of 1984 and started with Halstead in August of 1985. I got my start in real estate through a circuitous route. I actually owned my own CPA firm, and in the late 1970s and early 1980s we did a number of limited partnerships when they worked. And progressively, I got more interested in real estate and changed my entire emphasis to real estate in 1984 and joined Halstead in 1985. Well, I was born in Manhattan, and I spent the first 5 years of my life in Stuyvesant Town. My parents wanted to move to Long Island, and I preferred to stay in Manhattan, but couldn't figure out a way at 5 years of age to support myself. But as soon as I could come back to the city, which was at 17 when I went to college, I came back in and I've spent basically the rest of my life in the city. What is the same is that our philosophy is the same. It is our commitment to excellence, to service, and to professionalism. What has changed is our size. When I started with Halstead in 1985, we had 2 offices in Manhattan with approximately 100 brokers. Today, we have 900 agents in 19 offices in 3 states. My proudest moment was earning the title of Executive Director of Sales. My second proudest moment is every year when I attend the Real Estate Board of New York's annual gala event, and my colleagues, Halstead brokers, win the most coveted awards over and over again. I describe myself as being strong, caring, considerate, maturing, and for those of you who know me, type A. If I wasn't doing real estate, I'd be teaching. Actually, this dates back many, many years when I was brokering. I was working with a young woman whose father was going to buy her an apartment, and I was showing her apartments, and I had the key to a unit. We got to the door, I opened up the door, I always look in, and I looked in and there were 2 young men sleeping on the floor without their clothing on. I immediately closed the door and I turned to her and I said, "We're not going to be able to see this apartment today." She said, "Why?" I said, "Well, there are 2 young men sleeping without their clothing on the floor." And she turned to me and she said very quickly, she said, "I really want to see it now." Everything and nothing. Let me explain. With the increased usage of technology, the way people search for homes may change. But a real estate broker's job is to find someone the home they want. That will never change. They will listen the same way and they will look the same way for the home that you are looking for. Really, why not? We have access to the 2 best parks in the country, Central Park and Riverside Park. We have all types of housing on the Upper West Side. We have incredible shopping, restaurants, and if you can't find it on the Upper West Side, we have the best transportation in the city. Actually, my favorite neighborhood restaurant is a very short walk from here. It is at 78th and Broadway, and it is called La Caridad, and it has the best rice and beans you've ever had. I consider the entire city a treasure, but there's a children's playground on 46th and 10th Avenue called Hell's Kitchen Park. It is a hidden treasure because of its location. Children's playgrounds in the city are not a surprise, but a children's playground on 46th and 10th Avenue is a hidden treasure. My advice to anyone who's looking to buy or sell a home today is to remember the 4 following words: reality, knowledge, opportunity, and value. It is our philosophy. It is our commitment to excellence, to service, and to professionalism. The The sporting event I remember most vividly was the first Mayor's Trophy game between the New York Mets and the New York Yankees. The New York Yankees being Goliath and the New York Mets being David. And it was the first game that my father took me to. And I will never forget that moment, especially because I had to decide who I was going to root for, whether it was going to be my favorite team, the Yankees, or my newest favorite team, the New York Mets. What is most rewarding are the people that I work with, but specifically when I'm teaching. When I see the light go on, when I know they've gotten it, there is nothing more rewarding than that. I want people to know that I get joy from other people's successes. I care about the people I work with every minute of the day, and I will do anything to help them to succeed with people and in their business. There's very little middle of the road. Personally, I'm in favor of it. I love walking down Broadway and seeing people lying on chaise lounges. That is New York. One of the most pressing issues on the West Side right now is the expansion of the 7 line and the 41st Street subway stop. We need the 41st Street subway stop built. This is a matter of economic development, jobs, fairness, and expanding our tax base. Go to buildthestation.com for more information. I am a political junkie. I love history as it repeats itself, and the most important person in my life is my wife, Susan.